Maybe a quick story. As I was finishing filming the videos for the Superman dioramas and also the Jean Grey and Wolverine, I was like finishing. I was starting to get hungry, not really super hungry, so I was packing everything, the camera, putting all in the bag, and it was ready to go. And then as I was walking, because I think I filmed last the Superman colored version, the diorama, and it was placed in the different, like the nice podiums with the different dioramas there. And I was planning to go back where I entered the studio or the gallery. And then when I was walking there, I look at the left and I saw something new. As I got closer and closer, I was like, what the? Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to NCHANZPLACE. So I had a very interesting experience when I filmed all those new pieces in the XM gallery, because like I said, I was already packing up, ready to eat, and then I saw the new pieces of this new apocalyptic world where there's this 4 horsemen of apocalypse. So previously when I went there, I think you've seen some of my photos or videos that I posted about Death. So Death was already there. He's been there for quite some time. But then the other 3 also was there. I was surprised. Like, I was surprised because I haven't seen them ever. Like, ever. And I was really loving the Death. And I always ask the XM guys, like, when can I see the rest? Because they tease that there are other characters here. And when I saw it, I was blown away. Like, wow. These are my kind of pieces. These are my kind of characters. It's a combination of robotics, gore, death, all that kind of stuff. Melded it in one concept, and it looks phenomenal. Going to the details, let me start with something that I am really not liking as of the moment. That really needs something improved. And this is only for 2 of the characters, because let's say War and including Death, I would say they're perfect. Let's say near perfect, but I don't want really like big change compared to the 2, which is Pestilence and Famine. First of all, let's go to Pestilence. Pestilence, she's a lady character. She has this, like, I don't know, like a weird hair or something, or maybe it's not a hair, it's just part of her, let's say, body or something, but she has something like a green thing at the back, connected to her head and onto the body. It's kind of green, and if you look at the piece overall, there are a lot of textures, different kinds of color everywhere, and there's a very beautiful shadows and highlights. This part of the piece itself doesn't have those. It's very, I would say, the paint job is very blank. It's very plain, like almost like there's just a certain shade, and it's not even dark, so there's really no shadows and highlights there. It's not being highlighted. There's like nice, like darker colors, like almost like light gray. If you have a photo, you just reduce the contrast, something like that. So it doesn't really look good. It's kind of the back, so I really do think that needs to be improved. And at least that is the only thing I really don't like in this in Pestilence, is that here. And the other one is actually for Famine. So Famine, I don't know what the his monster or worm. I do think it's kind of clean in the sense that there's like no rubble because he's like going out. So what I love about the design is that this worm-like creature is coming out from the ground, but there's no like splash of all of those debris, grounds, and everything on this monster itself. So I do wish they add that because it looks kind of plain. The idea was so good, so nice, and there's really like nothing like rubble, like he's going out, and I really love that. But again, it lacks this, so I do wish there would be something added there to make it more realistic and more, let's say, really feeling the movement of the worm. So now let's talk about for each character. Let's start with War. War has a very good design. I really love it. I love the fact that he's like riding in some kind of wolf. Like it has this like, I don't know, like mouth. I love that. I love the design of the wolf. And if you look at actually the different monsters, they have somehow like a common colors. Maybe that's just a nitpick, or maybe that's part of the design that they have somehow the same color. It has this like purplish or lavender or dark colored purple theme to that, color theme. I do wish that they're more different, but if the concept is like that, that's fine. But I do wish that there's I guess this is for all of them, that there's more gore or like liquidy stuff or something in this monster, and then it for me it kind of makes it more feel like there's like death or something, like a decayed or something. I would have loved that. But talking about the monster of war, I guess his hound, I guess it has a very nice how do you call this, like an armor around it or on top of it, which is naturally like blended to the physique of this monster, and I really love that. I love the eyes, and if you look at the armor, including to these different characters, it always has this nice edged accent colors, and it beautifully accentuates the form of the characters or the armor itself, and it has different kinds of plates and the same all over for them. But for War, he has like a lot of that, and that's why he looks really big and like brooding. I really love it. I think for him the colors are more like the red and yellows and brown, and I love that. I love how he's posed, he's shouting. The eyes also, that looks awesome. The helmet, the details there, the line work, some of the textures there. So there's some line work and texture inside. I really love that, and I couldn't get close to film the weapon though, but I do like looking at it. I do wish there's another switch out. I do wish that there's a switch out that is like his weapon is showing in front, because this one is kind of at the back, so that would have been nicer. But either way, the details there are phenomenal. I just love how he's posed, like he's attacking. I love that. Famine, I've always liked characters like this because in like most games I always go for the more agile one. So if you look at Famine, he has this like an agile look to him. He's a bit more skinnier, like bony, but he is, I would say, the most robotic one out of all of them. He has like a robotic body, the arm here, there's some beautiful details in here. I really love that. I love that like he has like a flesh part of his face is some kind of flesh. I do love that, and he has this, I guess it's a spear or something. That's nice. I just don't get yet why he's holding that. I don't know what he's, I guess that's he's holding it for his creature, but I kind of was not feeling of how he is holding it. But either way, the details there are fine. The weathering there are really good. I like there's some kind of wiring or something. That one is nice. And as I mentioned, his worm, I love the part where it opens. And the good thing about it is like it's very close to the light, so you can really see the details there. I just love that. and I love the texture already, the shadows and highlights there, pretty awesome. And as mentioned before, I really do wish that there's more rubble or something to really like emphasize that it's coming out from the ground, and it gives this dynamic feel to it. Overall, I just like this character, but if I were still to choose between him and War, I would still go for War, because War has more armor, I would say. But this one, in terms just of a character, I kind of like this because I prefer those agile ones. And I think he has also some switch outs head, I think, and when I saw some of the photos, I hope I could see that as well. The last but definitely not the least is Pestilence. So I think her monster is somehow like a dragon or snake or something. I thought it has some wings, but it's somehow like a snake or like a dragon snake or something. It looks pretty awesome. I really love it. I love the design. I think I love that when it's opening in this eyes. I love that. I love the shadows and highlights of it. There's some kind of scale or like fins. I love that. I love the design, and I love how it's swirling around in that base. So when you look at the base and the creature, it has a lot of the shadows and highlights, texture, different kinds of colors. And when, again, my nitpick with the one that I really don't like is the one in the head. It's very blank. That's why I kind of wish that they would improve that. That being said, the character Pestilence, she's so sexy. I think the face looks awesome. I love that. I do wish that I could also see the switch out. I think there is a switch out. Again, I saw in the pictures. I hope I can see that. I can give you the photos or videos of that as well. The details in her armor. So Famine doesn't have that much armor. So I saw only mostly with Death, also War, and Pestilence. So Pestilence also has some kind of like plates here, and I think that she has those kind of the same accents as well, like line accents. I really love that. And hers, I think, around orange or gold or yellow. That kind of color scheme I still do love. I love that it's in here, and then she's not super covered with armor. You still see the sexiness. Really beautiful. I love the pose as well. Yeah, and for me, it's nice to see that there's this kind of stuff where there's a female and she actually has like, I don't know, maybe it feels like her beast or monster really fits well with her. And it's kind of nice also that she has this bow and arrow, I guess, kind of weapon, because that's also kind of agile, at the same time very scary, because the monster is very scary as well. There you go. Those are my first impressions of this 4 Horsemen of Apocalypse. I have heard that there are stuff coming like the opposite to these guys, which are the angels, but I always wish that the angels are the bad guys and these are the good guys. Anyway, when I look at the, I guess from Keos, I hope I pronounce it properly, Keos Masons, the angels looks kind of good, looks kind of nice, and the details are very awesome as well. I guess those are the pieces that are also coming. That will be awesome. Yeah, I do wish though I could take more photos of these pieces, so I wish XM can allow me to take like one-on-one photo shoot of these pieces, because they just look so awesome. They look so great, and then I hope I can also change the switch out of those. Really hoping that XM will allow me to do that, because like I said, I am a fan of this kind of stuff. Anyway, I don't want to geek out on that stuff. If you like the video, please do click the thumbs up and help me share with everyone, and leave your comments also. Message me if you want something to be checked. I cannot check them right away though, but I'll try my best as soon as I have time. Yeah, and also if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to NCHANZPLACE so that you'll have a lot more of this stuff in the future. Anyway, see you in the next video.